Marissa, I love that because, words have so much power. When I was in the middle of my cancer situation, I never said my cancer. So even though I said my cancer situation, I never claimed it as my cancer. But one thing that I am a little different on you with is actually, I acknowledge that the cancer was a part of me and the cancer was something that I created. Thus, it was not something that I would hate. A lot of people go around talk about fighting cancer, gotta fight this cancer sucks. But at the end of the day, the cancer was in me. The cancer formed in my body from my cells. And I know most people don't think about it like that, but it's not foreign. It's a foreign creation from your body, but it's something that your body created for one reason or another, right? This is my belief system. This is not what you have to believe, but I just wanted you to think about it. When I went through my cancer treatment, I chose to love my way through my cancer diagnosis. I loved my way through cancer. I loved every part of me. For the first time in my life, I learned how to love every single part of me because I cannot hate the cancer that's in my body because it was in my body, which just means it was a part of me. It ain't mine. It's not mine, but it is a part of me in some way. I don't know if that makes sense. So I never acknowledged it like as my cancer, like I said. And even when I thought about like chemo, I didn't call chemo. I called chemo wellness treatments. And that was some game that I got from a lady who went through before me. She was at the end of her treatment when I was starting. And she started calling it wellness treatments. And I loved that because, no matter what you think about the treatment options that you have, if you're choosing to do them, you should choose to do them with the belief that they're going to work, right? And so you hear chemotherapy, what's the first thing you think about? You think about bald, you think about skinny, you think about ashy, right? This is just what we've seen. This is what we think about chemo. We think about chemo making you throw up and be nauseous, right? All of those things. So the word chemo would have triggered a response that I didn't want to have to my treatment. So I called it wellness treatments. And yes, they were tough. They were. But guess what? My wellness treatments were better than anybody else's that I knew. I went through with flying colors. I used to have to do this one they used to call the red devil, adriamycin. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what my dog was. Adriamycin, the red devil. It makes you like pee pink and red afterwards. It knocks people down. Well, I was doing a show during this time, and I was determined to be back on stage. I would have my wellness treatments on Monday, and I would be back on stage on Wednesday. Now, for most people, this particular type of medicine wouldn't hit until about Wednesday if they had it on Monday, and it would knock them down for 5 days. But my mind programmed what I needed to happen. I would fall out 1 hour after chemo and be dead to the world until Tuesday morning. I would go back and get fluids, and I would get on a plane, fly back to Portland from San Diego, and perform on Wednesday or go to rehearsal or whatever. I only missed 2 Wednesdays, but not because I couldn't, because I was like, I don't have to. Why? Because I was loving myself. And the last thing, Marissa, because I know we could probably talk about cancer stuff all day. This is probably the most powerful thing that I want you to know. Resentment cannot live in a healing body. Resentment cannot live in a healing body. So the cancer is one thing. But you got to think about whatever cancerous thoughts you have not released yet, and it's typically in the form of resentment. So who do you need to forgive? Others and yourself, so that you can heal. Because you can't heal at the same time as you're storing that. So I hope that helps, and you be blessed through your treatment, and choose to live. whether that's one day, 1 year, one more decade, whatever. However you choose to, live now. Because if we don't know nothing from our diagnosis, we know we don't got time to wait.